Hey y'all, I'm Ashlyn.
I'm Emily.
And I'm Marla, and we want you to mansplain baseball elsewhere.
Woohoo! I am toasting with passion fruit truly. Side note, toast to my Instacart shopper yesterday. I put 2 different kind of Truly 12 packs in my cart because you have to meet a minimum for them to deliver. Anyway, but they didn't have the citrus one that we all love, like as a 12 pack. And she was like, "Oh, they don't have any berry," which I was like, "Thank God," because berry sucks. But like, I don't want to put 2 of the same kind in there. Anyway, so she's like, "Do you mind?" I said, "Just substitute whatever other kind." She showed up with citrus.
Woohoo! Love that.
Yay! Also, Publix, you need to put on your Instacart page because I would have just bought 2 of those. Anyway, I am toasting with my Truly to minor league baseball is back. Yay! My local team, Down East Wood Ducks, are 1-0, so yay team. They played the Kannapolis Cannonballs, which are like a White Sox affiliate. But I had never.
Where's that?
What A are you? Are you single A?
We're low A now, I think. We used to be high. We have Ronald Acuna's brother playing for us, Luis.
I say that like I know all the White Sox affiliates. I don't. I just know the Barons are one. I know when
the Dash
Salem is one.
So
and that's all I know. But I was gonna act like I knew when you said it. I was gonna be like,
I knew Winston-Salem was, so I was like, that's kind of weird that Kannapolis is like right there and also one, but who knows? Anyway, so I am hoping our home opener is next Tuesday, May 11th, my birthday. So surely baby Acuna will still be there for the first week at least, because I have a feeling he is going to be one of those that like goes shwoop.
He'll be in Gwinnett in no time.
Well, we're the Rangers, but possibly.
Oh, yeah. Well, they're going to trade him, and he'll be in Gwinnett in no time.
Probably.
Everyone goes to Gwinnett.
Yeah, anyway, pretty much. I mean, so eventually probably travel to, at least maybe as visitor.
Aha.
I was also going to toast some minor league baseball. I kind of honestly figured all 3 of us would be, so that's fine. Whatever. Baseball's back. The Braves? No, the Barons. Opening day was supposed to be yesterday. I was supposed to go. Then it decided to rain 7.3 inches in downtown Birmingham yesterday. The game was postponed to today, and they had a doubleheader. And it started at 4:45, so I haven't seen a score post yet. Surely to God it's over. But, I mean, the first game at least. But, I mean, surely to God. But to be honest, their Twitter page is kind of slow usually. So hopefully they won that game and then they have another one right after that. I will hopefully be there next week. I hope. And little baby Melba toast to Michael Harris, who was he played for the Rome Braves last night, which played Winston-Salem, and he went 3 for 4, had like, I'm going to make this up, but it's something like this, like a double and a single and an outfield assist, and maybe a home run in there. Just like all the fucking things. So I hope he is moved from Rome to Mississippi by the time the Mississippi Braves come to Birmingham in the end of June. I hope.
So, you know the Tigers, my AL team, are in a rebuild. Their high A team got shut out last night by Fort Wayne. So, when your minor leagues are also rebuilding.
How about
anyway, I'm not even gonna toast. I'm just gonna drink. Anyway, Marla, what are you toasting to?
Yeah.
Well, I would toast to my hometown minor league team, but the Williamsport Crosscutters are now in the MLB Draft League, which will supposedly result in a better product on the field. That remains to be seen. And I guess some players are like, don't want to play in it. So that's a bit of a, hitch.
That's like they cut the teams, but we didn't really cut you. We just changed you.
Yeah, you're just going to be for draftees in theory, except no one wants to play there apparently. But anyway, they don't start till the end of May. So I mean, I can toast preemptively to them, but I'm gonna toast to Huascar Ynoa, who is the Shohei Ohtani of the Atlanta Braves, and
Yeah.
fucking
Of the
killing
fucking
it.
NL. Screw that. Of the NL.
Yeah,
I like it. Yes. Holy shit, a grand slam. He's been going off. Like,
Yes.
who saw this come? Like last month, we were like, oh, this guy made the roster. Okay, like I guess.
Like
Let's
last year,
don't
we're
have
like,
any other
he's
pitchers.
good, but like, I mean, I wish he'd live up to his promise. And this
And
year,
now
he's
I'm
like,
like, give
I
him the
heard you,
Silver Slugger,
bitches.
give him the MBE, all of it. So
Yeah.
That was amazing last night. He's doing so good. And honestly, Marla, was it you who? I don't know. Did you tweet yesterday or today? Like, what is better than DeGrom because he gets his own run support? Maybe I'm
I
crediting
did
you to
see that
something you
tweet.
didn't say.
I didn't tweet it. I might have retweeted it.
I
But
don't remember
and
who it
also
was.
he
I would
has like
credit you
as
if I did.
many homers as Soto. Is that correct? It's something he has the same as Soto.
Crazy. There's a bunch of crazy shit.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of fake stats. There's also one that I saw yesterday that's like he's given up 9 earned runs all season, but he has 6 RBIs all season.
Yeah.
So like,
So he's basically like maybe he's Catholic or something. He's like, I gotta get that back. Like, here's my penance. It's hitting a run for every run I give up. Like that's like getting someone in.
Oh, and I'm toasting with the Southern Belle because I have some Mandarin oranges that I need to use up. So
and she called it a Southern Belle. Somebody write that down.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I have a margarita with what's supposed to be
Tahini?
a chamoy rim, but it is
Messy like us. So
it is
that.
melting down my glass.
Also, you should watch on YouTube to watch Ashlyn seductively
very-
put her finger in her
That
mouth.
was very sensual. Look for the GIF on Patreon.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, Patreon only $5 a month. Thank you.
That's right.
So a woman who
$5
doesn't
a month.
Your internet just cut out right there, so I didn't hear what you said, but I'm
Lord was
kind
like,
of glad
nope,
I did
whatever
it.
the joke is gonna be. Cutting it off.
So, our kick-ass lady of the week does not have to have a Patreon to support herself, I'm sure. Her name is Sarah Tobias, and she's a 21-year-old junior at Middlebury College. She's a double major in anthropology and psychology from Manhattan, and she plays outfield on the Panthers softball team. Which, okay, but until she came to Middlebury, she had never played softball. She had only played baseball, right? So in baseball, she's a pitcher and was good enough to make the USA National Women's Baseball team, not the junior team, the actual National Women's Baseball team, and represented the U.S. in international competition twice. First in 2016, so she would have been 16 years old, I think, maybe a math pod, in South Korea for the World Cup, where she pitched 2 scoreless innings. And then again in 2019, when she would have been 19, in Mexico for the Pan American Championship. And she got the win against Nicaragua. But, like, this is the first summer, well, last summer, obviously, things were canceled because of COVID, but this is the first summer she, like, pre-planned, like, she's going to be a research assistant because she's, like, the USA Women's Baseball isn't doing international competition this summer because of the ongoing pandemic and stuff. So, like, it's the actual first summer in, I guess, 6 years that she's been able to make plans outside of baseball. Because baseball is, like, her first love. She started playing... It's at age 6 in Little League. Then she actually played for 4 years of high school baseball at the Berkeley Carroll School in Brooklyn. And then she played on travel teams during the summer. And she was normally the only girl on the teams, but she said there were actually a fair number of teams that had like at least one girl on them. So she found that to be really cool. She said she was primarily a pitcher in high school and played like a little bit of outfield. Like I said, she made the U.S. national women's team at age 16, the youngest player on the squad, and that helped her to feel more welcome, like being in a group of women versus being like the only one. And she hoped to play college baseball, so she attended showcases where high school players performed in the presence of college coaches. And so I was reading an interview with her, and I didn't really get the full story, but it's like the Middlebury baseball coach saw her, but told the softball coach, like, so I don't know if it was like, I can't bring her on the baseball team for probably sexist reasons. Like, I'm not saying he is, but I don't know how the school, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But the guy was like, you should give her a shot at softball. And she was like, I've never played softball. And they were like, well, we'll stick you in the outfield. So,
Different
but
sports,
also,
people. Different sports.
Different sports. Well, that's what was interesting to me is like, she's a baseball pitcher.
Mm-hmm.
And in softball, like, the outfield, like, you have to have a strong arm, obviously, but it's where, like, you put people who have a strong arm but aren't maybe, like, you know, like, it's just
That's
a different
the starting
set.
position.
Right.
Just get there. They're like,
Right.
Go out there. Go to right field. Fine.
Right. Like, that's one thing, like, the new kid on the team, it's like, yeah, go out there, see what happens. So, like, it's just interesting. She's literally played for the national team in baseball since she was 16, and they were like, go to the outfield for softball. So people who think it's like interchangeable, it clearly is not. But I just thought that was really cool. Sarah Tobias is a 21-year-old college junior, and played baseball all her life, now playing softball, and hopefully the U.S. women's national baseball team gets back into international competition soon, and we can see her there as well.
Hopefully Sue Parsons DePay can start that league that she wants to in Florida, and maybe Sarah can play there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think there would be plenty of interest in it, like, because they are two different sports. I don't understand why people don't grasp that concept.
And it's not, you don't even use the same ball.
No.
It's a whole different, literally a whole different ball game,
well,
you guys.
And that's kind of what, like, I couldn't articulate well, but like being a pitcher in baseball, it doesn't translate to being a soft. I mean, it's a completely different arm motion. It's a completely different ball. It's like everything's insanity in softball.
You cannot pitch overhand in softball, unlike in baseball where you technically can pitch underhand. So, can't pitch overhand in softball, but you know.
So I wonder if you'd have softball players coming to a female baseball league.
Pitching underhand?
Yeah.
That'd be fucking awesome. Because you would never know what was coming. Like, this pitcher.
But could you imagine, like, Jenny Finch throwing a baseball? Like, if you can fling a softball, because those things are flipping huge.
Yeah.
If you can fling that, like she does, like, imagine her with a baseball.
And stuff. Damn. We need it.
But yeah, hopefully we get that women's baseball league.
Yeah.
And also small pitch that the Little League Softball World Series will be in my town this summer. So hopefully we can do a little coverage of that.
That's so exciting. I'm so sad that got canceled last year, but like, shit, maybe I'll take a trip down. That'd be awesome.
You should. I have an extra bedroom.
There we go.
Yep. So do you have any mansplains of the week of people who think they are the same sport?
Well, I kind of have a mansplain. It was more just, I don't know that he wouldn't have said this to a guy, so I guess I can't officially call it a mansplain, but I tweeted a picture of the Padres this Sunday. They were wearing their camo uniforms, which I think they do like every Sunday, because it's like there's like a base there, and it's like
Pendleton.
It's a military town, and so they do like military appreciation pretty frequently. And I retweeted a picture of one of the Padres players in their camo jersey, and I was like, so they're just not going to wear shirts now? Like, I thought this was a family sport. It's so disgusting. Obviously joking, because the joke is that you can't see camo.
You can't see camo.
Okay,
LOL.
Okay. Yeah. I'm not the only one. And this guy, I'm not even going to say his Twitter name. Y'all can look it up, but it's predictable. Was like, it's Military Appreciation Day. Where have you been? And I said, it's like, what are you talking about?
Oh, is this why Bobby was like, I must not appreciate the military and wearing
camo? And I warned Bobby later. I was like, careful. But anyway, so I just sent a question mark because I was like, what? I'm right here. What are you talking about? And he was like, are you annoyed at the camouflage jerseys? Because that's all your post shows. And I was like, it's a joke because camouflage, like, don't get triggered over nothing. And he's like, they always wear it on a Sunday. Not a fan of it, but it's been a thing for years. It's a military town. And I'm just like, you're still not understanding that it was a joke about camouflage.
Oh, Coronado.
What?
Coronado's the other one out there. That's what I was thinking of. Sorry.
Like,
But also, yes.
yeah.
What?
And then
How?
Bobby
But that's
wore,
like
like,
the
a
oldest
hat the
joke
next day or
about
something.
camo in the world too.
Yeah, it was
Like,
Yeah, like of all
I
of the
can't see
jokes.
your feet, bro, because
Yeah.
you're in camo Crocs.
I thought
Like,
about
all I
it for
see is full
exactly 0
circles.
seconds and was like, oh, haha, they're not even wearing shirts. How disgusting. And this guy was like, don't you appreciate the military? What are you talking about? What? It's a joke.
Yeah, that's
Please laugh
exactly what
one
I
time
said.
in your life.
My joke actually translates to "fuck the troops." Actually, that's what I said.
Yep.
Like,
Sorry,
good
I'm
God. People are
like,
so stupid.
what? I
Anyway.
Camo
I don't like. I just don't understand. That's like me saying I don't like the color red that we wear on Fridays, and then people will be like, "Oh, you don't like to remember everyone deployed because they had the Red Fridays thing
Yeah.
for a long time." Like, no, I didn't say that.
It's a
Like
dumb
you're
joke.
gonna throw your back out reaching that far, bro.
We might not agree on a lot on this podcast all the time, but there's one thing we agree on, and we all support the troops. So, also, we're gonna make fun of your jerseys if they look like ass. We don't care what it stands for.
Yeah,
So,
sorry about your luck. Yeah, because
Make a
to
joke
be a
is
military town and to wear those camo jerseys as much as they fucking do, the San Diego ones don't look good. Sorry. Fight me. Don't care.
Wear a fun
Anyway.
camo. That camo's just meh.
Yeah, like that camo, I'm just like, nah. Fucking, I don't know. I personally, I think they need to just like embrace the ugliness of what their uniforms are and do like actual like in your head the green camo, like in the fucking
Like World War II, like
the camo that you see in your head that's green, but make it brown and yellow.
oh my
Fuck it all.
God.
Just go for it.
That
Just fucking go for it. Personally, that's what
like, I'm
extra.
thinking of like the BDUs, like, because that's what my dad wore most of the time when he was in. So that's what I think about, because it's still are like painting clothes and everything. But like like the brown and green basic woodland camo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But make it brown and yellow.
Yes.
Like, just go in, bro.
That would be interesting.
I say do it.
I'm just saying. Anyways, moving on. We can talk about other jerseys around the league, I guess, as I go through everyone who's fucking hurt, because it's everyone.
Cursed.
My ginger king, Dustin May, is out for the season and for part of 2022 because he is having Tommy John surgery. Still kind of in mourning over that, but it's fine.
Except also Bob Nightingale said that, so I think May's going to make the quickest recovery ever and come back by the start of next year.
I think, was it the Yankees game that I was watching last night? I think the whatever the TV announcer's name was, he said like 2023, and I'm like, that's like a long way away, my guy. Like,
They said he would miss most of 22. Like they said he would miss most of 22, but not all of it. So I don't know what that means, but maybe like September. I don't fucking know. I have no idea. His surgery's on May 11th.
Oh, that's a lucky day, though. That's a lucky day, especially for redheads. So we'll be good. He'll be good. He'll be fine. He'll be fine.
I personally would like to take a moment to say that it's not my fault that he got hurt. Because I had a couple of people.
I think it was the Dodgers. It was the Dodgers' fault for trying to be too cute. They got too cute with it.
It was so I have Dustin May socks. Everybody knows I have Dustin May socks probably at this point, and I didn't wear them this one time. Shut up.
Oh, it is your fault.
Shut the fuck up. I didn't wear them this one time, and it was when they played the Mariners, and he kind of sucked. But then I wore him the other 2 times, and he was like really good, and he got like 10 Ks. And then I didn't wear him when he got hurt, and I was like, I'm just gonna test his luck and see what happens. and then he blew out his elbow. So I promise.
Okay, can
Wait,
you
no,
put a
that's
calendar
definitely
reminder
your
in
fault,
to
though.
wear them on Tuesday, though? Wear them
I'm
Tuesdays
gonna
to bring
wear
him luck.
I'm gonna wear them on the surgery day, and I promise you, when he comes back, I will wear them every 5 days, like my life depends on it. Promise. But it's still not my fault that he got hurt, so please stop telling me to die, Dodgers fans. Anyways, what else happened?
Otani was the first pitcher since Babe Ruth to enter
Yeah.
the game as a league co-leader in home runs
Mm-hmm.
until Acuna took that leadership away from you. But
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you're okay. You're like the second best two-way player or whatever.
He pitches again tonight, I believe. Otani, that is, not Acuna. Although he could if he wanted to. I
Yeah,
believe
why
in him.
not?
Um, I'm
They
pretty
did
sure.
video of him trying
Yeah,
to
there's
pitch.
video of him pitching.
Yeah. Sure.
Let's see what else.
We might get that down that bad, actually. I would not put it past the Braves.
Knock on wood or
Unless you
something.
know what pitches every day.
Yeah. John Means threw a no-hitter today.
That was
Like
so
Go
beautiful.
O's.
very quickly, very recently, like just right before we finished this, it finished. It was the first no-hitter by one pitcher in the O's franchise since 1969, which also led me down
Nice.
2 fun rabbit holes. Number
Okay.
1, this May 5th is the earliest that there have been 3 no-hitters in the season since 1969.
Nice.
The no-hitter today, the only reason it wasn't a perfect game was because a runner reached first on a drop third strike call.
God damn it. Catcher,
Yeah.
whatever your name is.
Yeah. So that is now 3 no-hitters that would have been perfect games if it wasn't for like errors, errors, that's not right. I don't know how to say it, but like
Pop-ups.
yeah, because that was a drop third
2
strike
hit by
call,
pitch.
and then 2 were hit by pitches. So it still wasn't like they reached on.
Wasn't
It's not like they got
immaculate.
walked.
It was like one little thing that kept it.
And then also, there's already people calling for him to get a perfect game with a star, kind of like some people want Madison Bumgarner to get a no hitter with a star because they think the drop third strike call is stupid. Blah blah, whatever. Don't care. Moving on. Today in history, on May 5th, 1904, Cy Young threw the first perfect game of the modern era. Don't know why 1904 is modern era, but it is. And anyway, so whatever. That was just a little tangent. Back to everybody being hurt. Joey Votto fractured his left thumb. He's out for a bit. DeGrom's right.
Was that in the fight or not in the fight?
No. I want to say.
I just wanted to mention the fight.
Yeah.
There was a lot of fighting in baseball this week, and it was lovely because it wasn't us.
Is currently hurt-ish, but like he shouldn't go on the NL. Fuck. The IL.
No,
I was gonna say, poor baby, he already there.
They expect him to be back like on Sunday or something. Odor is going on the 10-day IL. He hurt his knee. He's got like a knee strain, I think is what they called it, when he collided with the Astros catcher. I don't fucking know his name. Yesterday in the game. Yeah, I want to say Martin, but that feels wrong.
No.
Anyways.
Yeah, that didn't look. It was, and like
it looked uncomfortable.
It hurt me watching it.
The Mets fired their hitting coach. Maybe that'll help Francisco Lindor because he kind of sucks right now. He's on
he's a Met.
He's on like a 0 for 21. I think it's 21.
I think Noah has more hits. It's something he's got more than Lindor.
No,
very fact-specific pod right now.
I think it's hits and RBIs. Anyway, whatever.
Scherzer has more kids now than either of them have home runs.
Yes,
because he got a third one this week. I just want to announce that because he was adorable, and that's the only shout out I would ever give to a Nat is the fact that Scherzer and his baby were very cute.
Oh, and shout out to Trey Turner because he committed 2 errors last night.
Sucks. Suck NC State grad. Boo.
Anyway, I believe the A's were still on their winning streak when we recorded last. It's over now. Sorry, that was fun while it lasted, but
You know what else is over? The Dodgers being good. I mean,
yeah. How about? I mean, like, okay, whatever. Who knows what'll happen between May and October? But it is pretty funny how, because they were all the media outlets were talking about were like they were off to the best start. Not just
they had
recent,
momentum.
they were on the best start ever of any defending world champion ever in the history of world champions. Like, they were fucking killing it. And then all of a sudden it was like, no one can hit. I saw they did put Edwin Rios on the IL today, but I'm pretty sure he's not hurt. He just sucks because his batting average is literally like 0.07 on the year.
I wish I could do that at work. Excuse me, can I take sick leave? I just stopped today.
I stopped now. But it was there.
Angel Hernandez should do that.
Somebody put up a graphic like.
Did you see what Angel Hernandez said? He said about a call. He said the shadows were in my face.
Outfield,
so I made a guess
or something. So I just
not the lights, the board lights.
I was blinded by the outfield scoreboard, and so I just had to make a guess, and I guess it was the wrong one.
Christ almighty.
Like, so now he's just openly admitting he sucks ass, and they're just like, okay.
Like, he's literally like, I'm just guessing at this point.
Also, old people on my nerves. Anyways, what else happened? Oh, today, the Reds walked off the White Sox, and after the game, Tony La Russa was like, "Oh yeah, I totally didn't know about that second runner, about that runner on second and extras. My bad. Like, my bad, y'all. I didn't know."
He was like, "I didn't know I could put the one ahead of the pitcher if the pitcher was on second." Which great, I didn't know either. But also, I'm not a fucking manager, and know me, like.
And none of the other coaches or nobody else in that clubhouse
Tony, put down the vodka.
Rule book. What? Maybe they don't like him. Maybe they're like, fuck this guy. Let's see what happens.
I'm kind of down with that, honestly.
Okay, so here's my question about there's a lot of teams around 500. I might be wrong about some of them, but like it seems like the White Sox are really good, or like shit like this happens, or like the Rangers even, or the Mariners, like the O's. Like there's all these teams, the whole entire NL East. Like, we're all kind of fair to Midland. So, like, is everyone really good, or do we all just kind of suck and we're figuring it out as we go?
It's
or is it somewhere in between?
Both?
I'm gonna go with it. We're all okay. Everybody else sucks, but in the NL East, we're all really good. But it's just hard because we've played each other a lot.
It's like when they said SEC football just beat each other up this year.
Exactly.
Right.
Like that.
Yeah. I tend to agree, but for the other people, they just suck, and that's why they can't get
for the rest of the
you get the benefit of the doubt. No one else does.
But there are a lot of. I mean, there's not like a standout team that's like, because it was the Dodgers, and then the A's did go on that little run, but it's always like every week it seems like everyone's in the middle of the pack again somehow.
Yeah. I mean, the Red Sox have the best record in the league.
Well, they're also playing the Tigers right now.
So, well, actually, I guess, never mind. Let me take that back. They do have the best record in the league, but they're tied with the fucking Cardinals now, so.
And I think they're literally tied with the Tigers.
The Cardinals just played Pittsburgh. Don't get too excited, Cardinals.
Oakland.
Oh, well, apparently we are worse than the Pirates, because that is what someone on Twitter told me. So don't get excited about beating the Cubs.
We had better run differential when that person tweeted, "Oh, speaking of Pirates, I just want to show you guys my little Wonder Woman. Look at her."
Oh, did you get her this Saturday?
Yeah, when we went Saturday, they were doing bobblehead day or whatever, and she's beautiful.
She's gorgeous.
She could have like better colors, but it's fine.
Again, if you're
in penguins colors, I'll pin a little penguin.
If you're a Patreon, you could see about Marla's trip to PNC Park. So
yes, I posted probably too much about it, so that was interesting.
It was amazing. Also, they heckled. I love a heckler.
Oh, Yinzers have no mercy. It's great.
Also,
Okay,
I
so
lied. Oakland
Sorry.
has the best record. I'm sorry. Oakland, I just don't want to say that and then people be like, you fucking idiot. I just didn't read far enough. Oakland is 19-12, so they have the best record. But Boston and the fucking Cardinals are 18-12.
It's crazy.
So they're
Trey
second.
Turner just hit a 2-run home run, so thank you for.
Can't stand him, honestly.
Damn.
I know. It's because he went to.
I cannot wait until Trey Turner gets fucking traded to anywhere other than the fucking NL East. I'm so sick of seeing him.
I just think it's bull. I think it is.
Could be replaced with Trey
I
Turner.
think it's bullshit that we have won more games than everybody but the Phillies, and yet we're not second in the NL East. Like, I'm sorry. You should not get, like, to stay higher in the standings because you didn't play your fucking games.
I agree.
That's bullshit.
I agree. Win percentage is fucking stupid. Also, while you're looking at that, did you notice that, like, we all have negative run differentials except the Marlins, and they're in fucking last place?
So bad.
It's so crazy.
And like we said, we're beating up on each other, but even the run differential, like last week when I talked about it, I think it was the Marlins. There was one team that had a positive, and it was a +1. Like, what the fuck is happening?
God, Detroit's only won 8 fucking games. I didn't realize they were that bad.
I think you should go back to being an Orioles fan. Just saying.
I should go back to being an O's fan. I was in Baltimore this weekend, but I mean, they weren't.
They are 8-22. That sucks.
That's horrible. Because at first I was like, well, they win when I watch the whole game, and then I've been watching the whole game, so I'm like, they ain't winning. What's happening? And then we thought it was like maybe if we hung out together, that's when they won, because that happened like the whole Houston Astros series.
Mm-hmm.
That hasn't worked. So I can't help you, Tigers. My juju doesn't help you. Probably because it's Atlanta Braves juju.
Yeah,
so
you're being cursed.
Sorry.
Yikes.
I saw a tweet that said Tatis is the first player to have more than 40 home runs and more than 30 stolen bases in his first 162 games.
That's almost cool, but that's the second coolest fact I saw today. Because the coolest fact I saw today was that tonight, being Wednesday, Cinco de Mayo, May 5th, marks the first time Atlanta has hit a Grand Slam in consecutive games since September 16th and 17th, 1997. And who do you think did it in 97 when Marla was, like, probably still in diapers?
That was 5.
Oh, okay.
Depending on the month.
Hopefully not. Maybe at night. I don't know.
I don't think so. I mean, maybe. I don't know. I have a lot of that time in my life blacked out.
Eddie Perez and Ryan Klesko.
Wow.
Let's go.
Klesko.
I really wish that Klesko played.
If you're doing, like, one of those word puzzles, like Eddie Perez is to Ryan Klesko, has Oscar Noah is to Marcell Ozuna. Who would have ever thought of that?
That's just a whole lot of fucking. What's that game? The words?
Scrabble. Lots of points.
Nope. The Mad Libs. That's a lot of Mad Libs.
Yeah.
Words.
This is. I guess Pache hit a Grand Slam Saturday's game at Toronto, but Toronto South in Dunedin. So this is the first time in franchise history Braves have had at least 3 Grand Slams during a single road trip within the season. So we might not be in first, but we are making history, baby.
Record.
William Contreras hit his first home run, like, as we were recording this also.
Yes.
Or his first major league home run. Whatever. He's
yes,
hit
the better Contreras.
Yes.
So I don't really want to talk about Sunday, April 25th. Gallen, UNC Tar Heel, Zach Gallen, one hit us in a game, so he did not get a no-hitter. But Bumgarner got a 7-inning no-hitter, but that's not actually a no-hitter. And then that created this whole storm on Twitter about whether it should count or not.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't. So
it doesn't.
You're right. And so on Tuesday, though, and Wednesday, we bounced back. We shut out the Cubs. It was wonderful. It was glorious. I refused to talk about the Blue Jays series. Monday, we had an off day, and it was nice because I was not stressed. And it It was wonderful. And Acuna is the NL Player of the Week, so that's a highlight.
Mm-hmm.
Carrying the whole goddamn team on his back.
And of the month.
Well, he's going to have to... Oh, was he of the month, too?
Uh-huh. He was for NL Player of the Month of...
Yay!
Yes.
Yay! And everybody was worried about him the first week. Like, they haven't watched Braves baseball before. Okay. And now
they don't know the season has started
Y'all
yet.
calm down about Freddie. Okay? Freddie's going to figure it out.
Chelsea just needs to send a text. It's fine.
Yeah. One of those texts. That's
yeah,
right.
one of those, please.
Please do. I got some good filters for you, but you don't need them like I do. But anyway, so TDA is on the 60-day IL because he got surgery on his thumb. But at least he got surgery right away.
Yeah, that was quick.
Yeah, it was like
2
days.
Yeah, we do have baby Contreras. I'm glad obviously they called him up. They kind of had to.
Mm-hmm.
But
unless you're going Langoliers.
Jax was not doing it for me. I'm sorry, buddy. Okay, anyway, Nate Jones got optioned. Thank you, baby Jesus. He heard my prayers.
Yeah.
I didn't even watch that game. Was it Saturday?
Mm-hmm.
Stressful.
Was it Saturday? I don't even know what I was doing Saturday.
Protecting your mental health.
I was in Maryland. I was visiting my brother. And, yeah, I was protecting my mental health. Like, I think we went to bed around 9 o'clock because I had to get up really early and drive that day. And, like, as soon as I saw, like, because you know how your phone gives you the notifications or whatever? So in the morning, I kind of check them from the bottom up. Like, and I saw Nate Jones, as the pitcher replacement. And I was like,
yeah, I'm good. Like, at that point, I'm good.
I'm like, this is, where is this going? I don't want to see where this is going. And then it went where we all knew it would go.
Yeah.
And we really try not to show, like, the Braves team here. Like, we try to be positive about our players. But
maybe he'll go.
I can't find anything positive about him.
Maybe something will happen and he'll fix whatever it is that's wrong.
He just needs to meditate.
Better than ever. I don't know. But he is one of the worst pitchers I've seen for us in a long time. And I have seen Jesse Biddle in 2019. So...
we lived through the Eric Ibar era.
Yes.
Era. And words are hard. So that's saying a lot.
I'm also going to be, like, recency bias is heavy because there's been a lot of really bad pitchers. He's definitely not the worst in a long time. However, put it this way, when you think about the fact that when he was optioned, he had pitched something like 10.1 innings. And think about how much, like, how horrible we think he is and how horrible and how stressed out he makes us. And he's only pitched 10 innings.
Like,
he's done that much damage to our brains, like, in innings.
Like, when Will Smith comes in, like, for me, Luke Jackson, like, you're going to get the job done eventually. Yeah. Like, I don't stress out about Luke Jackson like everyone else does. Will Smith, I'm kind of like, ooh, this could go either way. When Nate Jones comes in, I'm like, oh, just give up the W now. Like, why are we even playing?
That's literally, like, when I saw he was coming in on Saturday, excuse me, I was like, okay, so we're just fucking waving the white flag? Like, we just don't give a shit? Okay, cool. If we're not gonna give a shit, I cannot give a shit. Got it. Okay, thank you for letting me know.
Yeah. Kazmar got called back up on May the 4th, which was kind of funny because they did like it's Kazmar Day in his Stripers uniform, and they called him back up to the Braves. And I was like, y'all just playing with our minds now. This is not kind. But anyway, that's cool. And then that was yesterday. Anoa, like we've said like 27 times, hit a grand slam. It was awesome. It was like 400 and how many feet?
I think it was 427.
It was fucking right. It was one of those, like, not just a no doubter, but like there ain't no fucking doubt that shit's out.
Nuclear bomb.
Right. It was like
there's a mushroom cloud out there. It was,
and like even Nats fans were like, I can't even be mad about this because that was cool as hell. Like, that's amazing. And he did pitch like 6. I couldn't watch the game because it's blacked out here because MLB is a fucking bitch. MLB TV, but that's okay. Whatever. I can't watch it on cable. I have the one cable channel, like, subscription available to me. Plus, I have MLB TV. Plus, I can't watch it. So, I just don't understand.
That's great. Way to grow that game, MLB. Good job.
Exactly. And yes, I know I can get a VPN, but I shouldn't have to.
Yeah, it should be easily accessible.
So, hopefully all our pitchers, just start hitting grand slams. And then we'll make our case next year that we actually don't need a DH in the NL because the Braves are kicking ass in that. Okay, that's a little much, but
Yeah.
I do think it's funny though.
Actually, if we had a DH though, would we put a Noah in?
Yeah.
As a DH at some point.
Once we get like a full pitching staff again, why not?
Or even like every 2 days, he pitches, then give him 2 days, then just go into
Have him
hit,
bat,
stay fresh.
Give him a day of rest, have him bat, and then give him 2, whatever the other days of rest, 2, 3, 2, and then have him pitch again. It's fine.
As good as their benches, they should really be coming in and
You're
the
really
fifth
using the
or something
other
anyway.
arm, so it's fine.
It's fine. He's fine. He's young.
Call us Braves.
Oh, they started though going back and finding Braves Twitter because they're wonderful people.
Oh yeah.
The announcement of the trade.
I saw someone saying was and this was like from 2017. So
people were like, this is a dumbass trade.
Yeah.
Why did we pick that guy? Yeah. And people were like, update. Can you tell me what you think now?
Absolutely no shade to these people because it was literally 4 years ago. It's just funny because Braves Twitter is no mercy. I can't wait until the day one of my old tweets about God knows who gets uncovered.
Probably Nate Jones is going to win a Cy Young, and they're going to be update.
Probably go to the fucking
Rays.
Yeah, he'll go to the Rays or some shit and win a Cy Young, and everybody's gonna hate us. That's fine.
It's fine. I will.
That's fair. In 4 years, it's fine.
That's fine. So I guess my Tigers. This update's really quick. We beat the White Sox on Wednesday, and then we got swept in a 4-game series by the Royals. We lost a doubleheader to the White Sox after. So we beat them on Wednesday, and then we lost a doubleheader Friday. I don't know. Whatever. I can't even remember. No, I guess it was we beat them Tuesday, and then we beat them Tuesday, and then it got rained out. Then we had a doubleheader Wednesday and got swept. Anyway, whatever. One of those games was a shutout. Then we got shut out twice by the Yankees on the way to the 3-game sweep. We had 22 scoreless innings.
Damn.
Miggy, who's our designated hitter, has been 0 for 24, I think. They said if he has 4 more at-bats without a hit, he'd have his own no-hitter game, all 4 innings.
He used up all his energy in leadoff, so.
Yeah. You're a Santeria priest. I'm going to need you to do some juju there for yourself. Did you know that about Miguel Cabrera? I did not. I learned that recently.
What? Yeah, that's awesome. Maybe you can't bless yourself.
Surely he has a friend also in the priesthood.
Do
what you need to do,
Mickey. My friend.
And I'm trying very hard not to be stereotypical, but I think that guy in Major League, with his little locker set up, anyway, do whatever you need to do, Miggy. I don't judge. Just get a damn.
Find a friend on Zoom. Get blessed.
He got his second home run of the season this year, but he got literally the first one of the season, and you just got your second of the year this week? What happened in between? I know you went on IL for 10 days, but what happened in between here?
You can't, for 2-3 weeks, we were all it's April, it's early, and now it's May, and it's kind of not early anymore, so you kind of can't use excuses like that anymore, so.
But you have till the 24th, baby, so, you just take your time. But also.
May 24.
Yeah, so they lost 11-7 to the Sox yesterday, but highlight is they scored 7 runs, so that's actually really, really good for us.
7 runs is usually enough to win a ball game, so.
Normally, unless you give up 4 in the first to the Red Sox.
That doesn't help your case.
No, it does not. But we are tied at 1 right now at the top of 6. I keep turning this way. Again, if you watch YouTube, you get those nice little snippets because I'm watching it right now. So, Come on, Tigers. I'm ready for you to just late season. Just get to 500. Yeah.
Got a long way to go to get to 500.
Where's Carolina?
I don't know. She's probably scared.
She's like, you're talking about tigers? I don't think so. I am not a tiger cat. I am black and white, bitch.
That's true. I mean, I don't know. They just can't put it together. It's like one player has a great game and the other 8 suck. You know what I mean? Like, just
that's kind of how the Braves have been too.
Yeah, and it's like the next game, the other player has a great game. Yeah. Right. Like,
although Riley's been heating up too.
Riley has been slowly heating up. Though people have said about Riley, like, is it a little like, we appreciate you heating up, Riley, but like, is it too little too late? Like, Twitter built him up for so long. Now we're just like, okay, like, now you got here. Great.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I mean, I can see how one would get there, but that's not where I'm at.
You can be a little butthurt about it, but also be like, okay, let's fucking do this from now on.
We're here. Because here's the thing. Riley doing what he's doing now, he's been very good defensively. He has had a couple of throwing errors that are like, I don't fucking understand how that just happened. But they're not, it's not a ton. He's not Fernando Tatis Jr. There's not a fucking ton of them. There's just a couple. And he's having really good at bats, and he's really coming into his own offensively. So that's great, because at the deadline, if he keeps doing that, then that's a great trade piece. Or at the deadline, if he keeps doing that or better, we don't have to trade.
But we don't trade people. Don't mention that.
Bye.
So,
anyway, sorry. Maybe we need, like an Ohtani, pitchers that can hit or something. I don't think Riley trades for Ohtani. I'm not that stupid. Don't mansplain to me. Anyway, Marla, can you recap the Blue Jays week but skip the weekend?
I can almost skip the weekend. So it's been 10 days since we recorded. So I'm just going to do bullet points. So Roberto Alomar is a Hall of Famer. He recently, the allegations came out of an incident that allegedly happened in 2014. It says a baseball industry employee. It doesn't even say the sex of the employee. I can't find any details about it, but some employee reported about an alleged incident from 2014 that happened involved sexual misconduct. So he has resigned from the Hall of Fame board, the board of directors. He was fired from his position as a consultant for the MLB. I don't know what the fuck he consulted on. Who the fuck knows? Probably just like, hey, we'll give you money. Sure, fine, whatever. And he was banned from the Canadian Hall of Fame of future events. But both the Canadian and the American Hall of Fame have said they're not going to remove his plaques because he was, I don't know about the Canadian one, but the American one, he was inducted in 2011. So this all happened prior to these allegations. So they're not going to remove the plaque, but he's no longer welcome at future events. It's almost like an asterisk, but not quite.
That has to be, and I couldn't find any details on the allegations either, but they have to be pretty serious for it to go that extreme.
Yeah, because you would think if it was just something like Puig's deal, it'd be we'll put out a statement that we're keeping an eye on things, but everyone has cut ties with him.
Well, I mean, how many major league players have been, very hardly.
He was placed on the ineligible list, and he was only the 5th person under Rob Manfred to be placed on that list. Copy's one of them. I forget who the other 3 were, but so it's a rare thing.
Hashtag free copy.
It's not like a Chapman or a Herman, not to single out Yankees, but it's not like that kind of a domestic violence kind of
or Rosarina got accused of it in
Rosarina.
Mexico.
It's not like that kind of situation. There's apparently credence to these accusations.
Mm-hmm.
So, and the Blue Jays put out a statement to tie this to Blue Jays. He was a Blue Jays player, for those who don't know. And they put out a statement saying that they support Manfred's decision. You know, they've cut ties with him, all that
They
stuff.
like took down there was like a banner or something that
Yeah, he had a
They
banner
took
in
it
the park
down.
that they're going to take down. Not that they're in the park right now, but that's fine. So yeah, pretty serious stuff about him. So fuck you, Roberto Alomar, I guess.
Well, and I will say this one thing. I was listening to the broadcast on the Fan, and I think it was just a slip of the tongue. But one of the announcers said something about, well, because he made a mistake in 2016 or whenever it was. And I was like, he made a serious mistake. And I'm like, there's a difference between a serious mistake and a serious decision.
Yeah.
And if you are not that, whatever he did done by younger people is okay, but like that's, I mean, he was a grown ass man whenever he did whatever it is he did.
If I turn left on a red and I hit a car and I kill somebody, I'm still responsible for that. I can't just be like, whoops, my bad, I didn't mean to, or I wasn't thinking, or I had a bad day, or I was distracted, or any multitude of excuses. You're an adult and you're responsible for your actions. So
and so kudos to the Blue Jays and MLB and Canadian baseball and everybody for knowing and taking action quickly and you know, doing the right thing in this.
Yeah.
And because his statement too was like super lackluster. It was basic. It was very much like, this happened in 2016, and I realize it's not cool now, but in 2016 it would have been no big deal. Essentially,
like 7 years ago, you were still like in your 50s or something, dude. Like, it's not, you weren't a child. Like, stop it.
That's my thing. And 5 years ago,
he's basically, it was basically like, it's 2021 and everybody's trying to cancel everybody. In 2016, I would have been fine. No. I mean, like, maybe some people.
And even if you had been, the fact that this is that serious.
Yeah, like, just fucking, like, just say you're sorry, bro.
Yeah.
Please,
just
fucking
say
you're sorry. Just say you're sorry and go. It's not that hard. Anyways,
but in happy news for the Blue Jays, Bo the Flo Bichette has a lot of club records. Through his first 100 games, he's got 124 hits, 69 runs, nice, 32 doubles, 23 home runs, and 56 extra base hits. Vladdy is the youngest player ever to have 3 Grand Slams, which is pretty cool, but I won't talk about when he got them. First Jay in 3.5 years with a homer hat trick game. The last time that happened was with Kendrys Morales on August 31st of 2017, and they both had 7 RBI in those games. The game with Vladdy, he got 7 of the 9. I'm not sure how many Morales like that game had total, but it's pretty cool. Alejandro Kirk got his first multi-homer game on one of those days, and he's the youngest catcher in team history with a multi-homer game. Springer, it just was announced like 30 minutes ago that he's now on the 10-day IL again for his quad. If he needs one, I will donate it. I really don't need mine. It's fine. He can have it. I'll survive.
Yep. There we go.
But he did get his first hit as a J off of Smiley. Sorry. And he on May 1st, he hit 116 mile per hour bomb, and that was the second hardest hit home run by a Blue Jay in the team history. So, and the team's going back to Buffalo June 1st. That just came out.
Holy shit! Cross Sports Pod. At one point, the Caps had 6 people in the penalty box.
Yeah, that was like right at the beginning, like as soon as the fucking puck dropped.
I just saw that first 15:46 left in the first.
Yeah.
6 people in the fucking penalty box. Are you kidding me?
I mean,
period was so much fun. Nothing's really happening now. It's 3-1. The Caps are winning right now.
I was trying to look what was going on with the Braves because people were freaking out.
Like, I know,
2 minutes left in the third period right now.
They dropped the puck and fucking helmets went flying, and they were just wailing on each other. It was crazy.
great.
I'll send you the video. It was crazy.
That's what happens when you don't punish your players, much like the Astros didn't get punished, and Yankee Stadium took it upon themselves, which was hilarious and amazing, and I love you, Yankee fans, because that was so much fun. But yeah, I guess other players and fans are responsible for policing leagues now. It's fine.
Yeah, cool. Vigilante, sportsism.
I do love that.
So, speaking of the Astros.
Yeah, so I'm going to go Cron Pod, but really quick because this is happening right now. The Astros are playing the Yankees right now. It's game 2. They lost yesterday. Right now, it's tied 3-3 in the 7th. However, the Yankees left the bases loaded in the bottom of the 6th. So I'm sure that they're loving that right now.
Twitter is completely calm right now.
Yeah, I'm sure they're loving that right now. But back to Cron Pod. So we haven't recorded since Sunday the 25th. Is that right?
Yeah, 10 days ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I feel like our game was over that day, but we lost. That was the last game of the set with the 4-game set with the Angels, and we won 3 and then lost that last one because who fucking cares? Then we played Seattle for 4, won the first 3, lost the 4th one because who fucking cares? And then we played. This is a trend here. This is a trend here. Then we played Tampa Bay for 3, won the first 2, lost the last one because who fucking cares? And then we had an off day on Monday. And we played the Yankees yesterday. Zach Greinke.
And you said, let's switch it up. And
we're going to lose the first one and win the second 2. At this point, all we're worried about is winning series, and that's kind of fine with me. Like, we don't have to win every game. I'm okay with losing every now and then. Sometimes you just need to chill and rest. Actually, I would like to win every
Greinke pitching to Clint Frazier was one of the more hilarious things I saw last night.
So, Greinke pitched yesterday. His first inning was horrible. His second inning wasn't great. And then in the third, he kind of started to figure it out and be Greinke. But I was about to say, I know, I mean, we know how Yankee Stadium is. They boo their own players. Like, they're very open about that. Like, it's loud. They're fucking obnoxious, but like they want to be. That, no offense to Yankees fans, they're just fucking obnoxious. That's fine. Whatever.
I feel like they would take that as a compliment. Like when someone tried to call him a bagel eater, and they were like, give me a dozen everything. You fucking
best damn bagels in the country.
Exactly. But he had some issues at Yankee Stadium prior to the cheating scandal.
Yeah, because he has social anxiety. So when people are screaming at you.
Yeah, he has social anxiety.
Oh my God.
There were some people who had.
I literally can't imagine, because if one person yells at me, like, I just want to like ball up and literally rock myself to sleep.
Yeah. So he was heckled for having social anxiety the last time at Yankee Stadium, supposedly. And like I said, that was before the cheating scandal happened. Obviously, yesterday's game, that was the first game back in Yankee Stadium since the scandal broke. There was only 10,000 fans there, but we all heard it. It was fucking ridiculously loud. Like, it was
sounded
insane.
like 40,000 people.
Yeah, like it sounded
crazy.
Fully packed. So I can imagine, like, it makes sense to me if he uses that as an excuse, I don't know what other word to use. If he uses that as an excuse, I'm kind of like, okay, I get it. Like, I get it, because it was kind of insane in there. And like I said, by the third, he had kind of figured it out. And anyways, like I said, there were
put earplugs in.
Like, yeah, I don't know. It's like,
maybe I'll put on my Bose headphones. Shout out Bose, maybe sponsor us. And you just block everything out.
Block it out.
Just thought someone should look into that.
I wonder if you can. Like, if there's a rule against it.
Like a safety hat, they're like them claim it to be like a safety hazard if you can't hear.
Thing that was like, you know what? I'm not listening to all these sounds, but I can do my job.
Yeah. So it looks like Garcia pitched tonight, and he like 4 2/3, and obviously he gave up the 3 runs that they have. And Stanek is in now and has been. And we'll see how this game goes. I think this is definitely like the game. It'd be the game of the weekend if this was the weekend. So I guess it's the game of the. Like I don't really even know any other matchups going on this week for real. I mean, besides ours, obviously. So this is like a huge game. And yeah, I mean, I don't know I mean, the Astros, they're in the division, so they're actually a step up from where the Braves are. But I mean, as far because the Braves are fourth, even though like we've won more games. That's not what I mean. But I don't know. I just need them to figure it out a little bit. They are though. The Astros are the only AL West team with a positive run differential. There you go.
There you go.
So there's that. And they do have all the people back now. Like I think when we recorded last, pretty much everybody was back except Altuve. He is back, obviously, because he got booed for like 45 minutes last night.
They had to cut the sound so many times. So it was something.
Yeah. It was definitely something. So I picked for my random rule this week, which we all know this rule, but I picked it for no reason. It has absolutely nothing to do with the Brewers game and that umpire. But I picked obstruction. Also, absolutely nothing to do with. Well, I guess TDA didn't get called for, but people said he should have or whatever. But anyway, so you're not obstructing the base path if you are in the act of making a play at the base or in possession of the ball / awaiting a thrown ball. You can block the base all you want to. I just want to state that. And so, of course, that becomes a judgment call for the umpire to determine whether they're actually fielding or not. And I guess it depends on who paid them the most money before the game. But anyway, if you are in the act of catching the ball, then you're more than welcome to block whatever plate you would like to. Right. And I would just like to reiterate that to people who don't seem to know it, because there are a lot out there that go, well, you can't block it till you have. Well, there's a lot of people who don't think you can block the base ever. And then there's a second layer that think you can only block it once you have the ball. No, if you're in the act of catching, which I would say, like if you're like in your little stance and the ball's coming to you, that counts.
Yeah.
So, just FYI. That's what obstruction means.
Love it. That is important because I remember, it had to have been Travis. Oh, the fucking, I'm acting like I don't remember. Probably because I had PTSD and I blocked it out. But the fucking Phillies game, somebody was like, yeah, Travis was blocking the plate.
Yeah, so that's why it counted for Bob. No, he still hasn't touched the fucking plate.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. No, that's not, wasn't it? No, shut up. Anyway, is that all that's happened this week?
Which also people don't realize, like, I think you can. Maybe I should check this rule before I'm about to spell it out. But I know, like, Ronnie on one play, like, went past the plate and then came back and hit it. Like, no one's stopping you from doing that, bro.
Some people still not hit home plate and their run counted, so,
True.
Anyway, I would just like everyone out there to know what obstruction means. So,
good. That's it. Love it. Thank you for educating us.
Marla, do you know what days I guess our days are all wonky.
Yeah, we're a little screwed right now.
Yeah, typically we are out on Tuesdays for baseball, and then our hockey podcast comes out on Wednesdays. But if you sign up for our Patreon, patreon.com/mansplainbb podcast, you can get them earlier on YouTube. And we are on Twitter, Mansplain BB Pod, MHE Pod Trio, Lecturin Ladies, no G in Lecturin. We're also on Instagram and Facebook, so yeah, it's
we're everywhere
as we can be. Your bitches are busy, but more patrons will actually help that a lot. So
Yes, and we have some goals that we're trying to start. Like, we want to get the pod account to like 5,000 followers by the All-Star break. We're at like 3,500 right now. So,
Yep.
Yes.
if you're listening to this and don't follow the pod for some reason, do. If you
Tell
do,
your friends,
tell
tell
your
your
friends,
wife.
tell your mom. Also,
1,000
like,
burners. It's
when
fine.
you subscribe to the pod, be sure to like and leave a review, because we really do appreciate those as well. The more
Yeah.
reviews that are left helps us kind of like have a little more visibility on Apple Podcasts.
It pops this up in like searches and stuff. So
Yes, so that's very helpful. And yeah, like Mario said, we're fucking busy, but we're trying. And the more that you guys like help us like figure out what it is you want to see, it helps us figure out what we need to do for you guys. Because
yeah,
we're
tell
all
us what segments you want.
yeah, like we're
Okay.
always down to do new stuff and like new segments or new like extra content, but we like want to do it for people who want to see it. You know, me talking about Charlie Blackman all night long for like no one to listen to it is not going to do anyone any good. So,
Yeah.
y'all tell us.
All right. And so we will hopefully see you next Tuesday. We'll see you next week.
We'll
Bye,
see you
guys.
next Tuesday.
Okay, bye.
Bye.